Hey YouTube, it's Jacob from Team Pyramid. Okay, so I've been away for a while. I just wanted to let you guys know that I've had a lot going on in my personal life. I've moved house, I've started different jobs, just different things like that. Not for you to worry about. I'm back now. Okay, today's video is my decision on the top 5 meta decks for this new format. Okay, there's been a lot happened since the last time I've done a video. There's been a new ban list. There's literally, I've missed a complete format. So there's been a new ban list, which is great. Firewall Dragon's gone. No one's missing Firewall Dragon, but it made an enemy of itself. The missus is putting her hand up where I said no one's missing Firewall Dragon. You don't even play. So this is my decision on. This is my take on the top 5 meta decks of December 2018. Okay, so I've made notes. The first one, I think at number 5 is Trickstars. The reason for this being is Trickstars is a seriously strong deck still, and I think it's pretty underrated. You all know, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, that I think the lock that it does, the actual combo it does with Drolden Lockbird and Reincarnation, I think Reincarnation needed to be checked a long time ago. I don't think it's fair. But the deck is still sitting at 100% with Reincarnations at 3, Drolls at 3. You've got your Candinias still, you've still got your Licorices, you've got your Light Stages. Terraforming Year is at 2, but that doesn't really bother it because it has multiple ways to search. The deck itself is still an insanely strong deck. The fact that most of these cards have had reprints and are now pretty cheap as well, other than Reincarnation, but Reincarnation you can pick up for like a £5 now as well, so that's crazy. But the deck itself, last format it had a couple of tops. This format, I think personally, it's going to be back up there with which is why I put it at number 5. I think there is stronger decks in this format, and I think there will be stronger decks to come out. But as it stands at the moment, this is a strong contender. It has excellent matchups with some of the other picks on this list. It really does, and I think it's definitely one to watch. Number 4, I think, is any Dark Warrior variant or Goki variant, however you want to say it. Gokis and Dark Warriors took a giant hit on this ban list, and I mean a phenomenal hit. They lost Firewall. They had Armageddon. Sorry, I started laughing. She put her hand up again. Had Armageddon Knight hit to 1, and they've also had the Destiny Hero Malicious dropped to 2. So Malicious was only at 3 for a little while. It's best to be at 2. That's my personal opinion. But the deck itself, any Dark Warrior variant, is still a good deck. I'm not sure how good it will be. It still has a weird way of doing it, like an FTK as it is at the moment. It's getting there's a new card coming out at the end of this week. It's a Neospatian card coming out in the special editions, and that card will let you search for any Neospatian in your deck. You summon it, search, get Aqua Dolphin. Use it basically as a hand loop to get rid of 6 cards in your opponent's hand. You basically use that. You get it back. You use Dolphin. Use its effect. Tribute itself off. Get rid of the opponent's hand. It's just a crazy combo, especially with Gumball Dragon still sitting there. Konami needed to rectify that as well. I don't think it's exactly a fair deck. I don't know how high it's going to rank in this. Even if it's going to see any of the top play, I don't know if it will. It's one of them things. I'm not sure if I'm just holding on because it's Gokis and I liked Gokis, but there we go. Moving on to number 3. So number 3 is actually my personal favourite in this meta, and that's Geist. Geist, I think, is a phenomenal deck as well. I think it's been a brilliant contender. It's always been there at the top since we got Multi-Faker. Multi-Faker is a hell of a card. The fact that this deck is a trap-based deck, it's a slower deck, and it's a stun deck. The fact that this deck is competing at the highest levels And even the fact that OTS 9 is giving us an ultimate rare multi-faker, I think that's incredible. You can main deck anti-spell fragrances. You can main deck a plethora of different traps, like floodgate traps, which is just insane. And the fact that these cards all have the ability to actually access them, you can't ask for better than that. The deck obviously is a little bit slow. I think it will be quite high up there. But I'll put it at number 3 because obviously it could take a dip as well. Yeah, it's one of them. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of them games. If there's a new deck that comes out, it may have the drive, and it may drop the other decks down that may compete. So you need to keep an eye out. But I think Geist is a safe bet if you're willing to put the money into it. The deck isn't exactly expensive, but it's also not the cheapest. If you're wanting to play a good fun deck, it's Geist. Number 4, no, sorry, obviously, back off to number 2, I should say, is Thunder Dragons. Now, I don't really know much about this deck, other than the fact that Colossus is a beast. It is a beast. The deck itself, from what I've been told, is very consistent. The deck as well, obviously, has had a lot of viewing. So basically, the deck it's had a lot of people wanting to play it, and that's the reason why I put it up so high. I couldn't honestly tell you that much about the deck. I'll obviously do a bit more research into it and do an actual deck profile for you guys. But as it stands at the moment, I'm putting it at number 2 because of the fact I don't know much about it, and the fact it's meant to be really consistent and it's meant to hit your opponent quite hard. I like that sort of idea. I like the idea that Konami's taken an old card and built a whole archetype around it. Now, if Konami did that with a few others, that would be amazing. I know they've done that with the Bandit Keith style and everything, so Konami, keep it up. You seem to be listening and you seem to be doing the right things. Now on to the number 1. Another deck that never dies is Sky Strike. Sky Strikers, or Brandish, or however you want to call them. The deck itself is very, very, very consistent. It was hitting the top tables, even with all the FTKs that were running around. It was still hitting all the top tables, and the fact that out of the past 3 ban lists, the only card that has actually been hitting this is Drones to 1. The deck is almost at full power. You can play all the hand traps in the deck because it's a 1-card engine with Ace. OTS has given us another one of their Link monsters in Ultimate Rare as well, which it's worth picking up. When you get OTS 9, it's worth picking up. The deck itself, obviously, like I said, is very consistent. It can either be used in one or 2 ways. It can come in hard, come in fast, and hit your opponent very quickly, and take away like life points that way. Or you can use it in the stun variant with all the hand traps, with the fact that you outgrind your opponent. You're just basically stunning them off and making it so you're in control of the game and control of the board. Definitely pick it up. It's not exactly expensive either. I know, well, I don't know at the moment because obviously last week everyone was thinking that the ban list was going to hit any time, so everyone was selling off the engine for it really cheap. While it's still cheap, pick it up, because that will go sky high. The deck itself obviously isn't going to get hit anytime soon due to the fact that they are getting the Ultimate Rare in the OTS 9. It is a very popular deck. I hope it does get put to check at some point. I hope there is another deck that someone can come up with that actually goes ahead and deals with that directly. But that's it. This, like I said, this is just my opinions on the meta, and this is my local meta. I don't know what your metas are about, but if I've missed anything off that you guys think should be in this list, or if you disagree with any of my choices, please let me know, and let me know in the comments below as well a bit more about Thunder Dragons, because like I said, I don't know that much about them, but let me know in the comments below. As always, if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up button. There'll be more videos coming either every day or every other day. I'm going to be recording a lot more. Like, share and subscribe for this channel. Keep tuned, because I will be doing a top 5 rogue decks as well for this meta. I like playing rogue. We'll see where it goes, okay? Thank you very much indeed, YouTube. Jacob signing out.